I only passed my CNA exam after 4 days of studying. Here's how I passed. So essentially, I decided to challenge the CNA exam because one, I've been in the health field for more than 3 years. I worked at a office briefly, then another office briefly again, and then I started working at the hospital for 2.5 years. So I see a lot of things. So essentially, when you take the CNA, you sign up for it. You can either challenge it or go to school for it. One, I did not want to spend $1,000 out of school with videos I can learn on TikTok, YouTube, university, and my head and online. So I challenged it. At first, I wasn't really confident in myself, so I started watching videos, but not really fully studying. Once I signed up I think in March or May for the exam, and I knew I was going to challenge it, but they never got back to me because I live somewhere in West Palm and didn't have any spots. So then me and my friend wanted to challenge it together, so we did it around the same time. She called Prometrics, and then they were able to get her an appointment, and so I did the same. However, I was supposed to have done mine in July, but I was procrastinating so much and had also a lot of things going on. So I ended up taking my time, as girls do, and I ended up calling them earlier this month. I can't remember the dates, y'all, but I ended up calling them, but I never really took it serious because they couldn't find me a date. So then, like, 3 weeks ago, I called them back and I was able to get a date, but it was so far. I had to go deep in Miami. I hate Miami. The driving, the people, it's just too much. I don't know which one's worse, New York or Miami driving. Like, I really don't know which one's worse. But that's a story for another day. So I was like, shoot, it's either I wait all the way to September, but I'm gonna start school, which is not gonna like correlate properly because I'm gonna have to study for a whole program versus like the CNA exam. So I was like, let me just make my life easier and just take it now, even though it's gonna be a drive and it's gonna be so freaking annoying. So I got the date, and then I didn't really study until the week of. So my test was on Monday. I started studying on that Wednesday or Thursday, and it wasn't like full on, like I can full on study, okay, but it was not full on studying. But if you're not a person to pick up things fairly quickly, I would not recommend to do it because you do need some type of foundation in health or in like the healthcare setting, you know? All right, now let's get into what occurred on my exam day. But before I do so, let me tell you guys why I wanted to do CNA. So I'm a mobility technician at my hospital, and I basically work with nurses, train them on different equipments that the hospital has, and I help encourage safety and bedside body mechanics. So that's just what I do, and I use equipments to get patients from chair to bed, commode, reposition, boost, the whole 9 yards. So I knew I was about to start my program, and I needed something to work during the night. So I'm a girly that likes to have a lot of certifications. I've done medtech, I've done medical assistant, I've done what's the other one? RBT, yeah, mobility technician, and now CNA. And I was thinking of adding phlebotomist to it. Baby, my resume better be so good that if I go to any job, they better immediately hire me. And I have clinical experience. I have I work in the clinic experience. I work working for doctors experience. I have it all, okay? Beauty and brain. So back to why I decided to do CNA. So at the hospital, I basically help the nurses turn and reposition. I'm not supposed to be helping them clean, but there is some things that are limiting that. So I usually help them with that too. And when I notice, that's basically what the CNAs do, is just aid the nurses. So I'm like, I could do this. My ego, I could do this. I'm big though. So I was like, I was doing research on how to become a CNA. I was gonna go to school, and then I saw the price. Oh, also I'm an EKG tech. I told y'all, I am full rounded. Okay, I do it all. And a girl has a bachelor's degree in health science. Like, don't play with her, please. So I knew that I was gonna do CNA. So then when I found out that we can challenge it, I did some more research, and I was like, yeah, we're challenging it. So now, what happens on my when I challenge the test? I was super nervous, and I felt like I've studied for organic chemistry, I've studied for chemistry, I've studied for physics, I've studied for philosophy, I've studied for biodiversity. All of those classes are hard in college, but I didn't go as hard as I went for those classes as a CNA test. I'm not gonna lie, the CNA test, I bloody gagged. I was not doing what I was supposed to do. So like I said, 4 to 5 days, I literally studied. Didn't really fully go in depth, but I would watch. I would put in the screen the different hold on. So basically, I typed in CNA in the YouTube university. And this lady right here, I don't remember her name, but Florida Training Academy, I watched all their videos from top to bottom. Okay? I was on break, I was watching it. I was driving, I was listening to it. I was washing dishes, I was watching it. I was taking a shower, I was watching it. You gotta, but I felt like I really could have taken it, a little more serious. When I tell you guys, she shows you all the skills and goes step by step. Like, I would not have passed the skills if it wasn't for her. Clock that. And also, when you go on the ProMetrics website, there's going to be a skills list. It's going to list all the 22 skills that you need to know. Know your hand washing technique. So I'm going to run you through what you should know. Well, you better wash your hands. Get a paper towel. This is just extra. This part. Get a paper towel, open the water. You can open it with your own hands, but just to get a little bonus point, get a paper towel, open the water. Get some water on your hand. Get the soap. Wash your hands. So once you start this and this, you start counting 1 to 20. You do this, and then every finger, the back of the hands, the wrist. After 20 seconds, I would even go to 25 seconds just to make sure that, because my lady, when she was doing mine, was not paying attention the first time I did it, so she didn't really notice. So I started counting out loud. Next, you're going to clean the underneath your nose, and then you're gonna rinse, keeping your hands like this. You don't want to touch the sink. Get a paper towel. Rinse your hands and turn off the water with a paper towel, not a separate paper towel, because you don't want to cross-contaminate. If you have any more questions, watch the video. I'm telling you, she tells you everything by step. Practice that. If you don't practice anything else, practice that, because it's going to be on everybody's test. Literally. So, my test was supposed to be at 9. It says to arrive 30 minutes early. So I left my house. I didn't sleep. I literally could not sleep. Anytime I have something exciting, like traveling or anything going on, or something I'm nervous about or anxious about, I can't sleep. So I couldn't sleep the whole night. My boyfriend left for school at 6. I woke up, took a shower, and left the house. I think it was like 7. Access all areas. You with your time. And at the door. Access all areas. Am I? City born, breathing. Alright. Alright, everybody. I was so fucking nervous. Anyways. So I have not slept, not an ounce of sleep. I tried it for the last 10 minutes, but I couldn't go to sleep. But anyways, I am dry. My face looks ashy, but I'm really not ashy because I just moisturized my face. I don't know if it's because, anyways, ADHD, calm it down. I'm going to be driving to my CNA license exam. I'm not nervous. I'm nervous, but I'm not nervous. Like for my HESI exam, I was nervous, honey. Shitting on my drawers, nervous. But this, anyways, I haven't been studying that long, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just ready to get this shit over with. So over it. I hope I pass. But I feel like I studied a lot of the skills. So, alright. What should I say to myself? Future self, I hope make me proud, bitch. Did you make me proud? Did we pass? What was the score? Did we fuck up? Did we get nervous? Did I have any questions? Did I look ugly? Because I feel like I look a little, I just not done and stuff, but anyways, let me do my intro. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Rose Unleashed. Roll the clip! Alright guys, so we're driving to my CNA license test. It's gonna take me an hour and 2 minutes. It's currently 7 a.m. in the motherfucking morning. My skin look beautiful! That's what I'm talking about, Melanie! Come through, bitch! Damn, I really, but I really is shining through. I am so nervous, but not nervous. I'm just a little nervous. I just don't want to fuck up because I have a major social anxiety. I'm introverted. I'm shy. Like all the bad stuff I embody it. Yeah, let me do a Haitian real quick. But anyways, I don't really think I got anything to say other than let's pass this motherfucker. Oh, somebody looked at me. Let's pass this shit, bruh. Let's pass this motherfucker. Cause we're what? We're smart as fuck. We're educated as fuck. We got a bad English motherfucking degree, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? We got past that. Why we stressing? Why we stressing, huh? We ain't stressing. We bad bitches. Look at the face. Giving. Ashes. Giving. Right? Giving. So anyways, it's my pet time. I'm going to listen to some Jesus music because I need to calm my pussy. I need to calm my nerves. I bet she's frazzled and razzled. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to go bye. See you later. Hopefully it's good news. Bye. And I don't get in an accident. God forbid. Oh, Lord Jesus. Anyways, bye, y'all. 7. Left the house at 7. Got there at 8:35, I think 8:34. There was only one other girl there. So I sat down. I said hello to the lady. She was an older Hispanic lady. She had Cuban links, y'all. She was not fucking around. 2 Cuban links. 2 Cuban links. 2 Cuban links. Like, she was Cuban linked out. So then I sat down. We agreed to each other. She's like, oh, 9 people are supposed to show up. And only you guys are here. They better be here. So as time goes by from 8:35 to 9, there was like 3 or 4 other girls that showed up. There was supposed to be 9 of us. Ended up being 5. So then she started a long lecture. I'm thinking, when I was studying in my mind, I'm like, as long as, if I look at something right now, I'll remember it for the next 10 minutes. And then my brain was like, you never learned that shit for real, girl. So that's what my brain was thinking. I studied right before she started talking. She talked for 15, maybe just 20 minutes. Because we got started at like 9:20, 9:25. All right. So then after telling us all the things she's looking for when we take the test and all the things that might be on the test, most of the stuff she mentioned was not on the test. I think she was trying to fuck with us, but majority of the stuff that was on my test was like, I say common sense questions in the sense of like, if you work in the healthcare, you know not to cross-contaminate. You know that safety is a main thing. You know that the patient being comfortable and happy is a main issue as well. It's usually those questions that I got. I think I missed like 4 to 5 questions out of the, I think it was 60 or 50 questions. I can't remember. Maybe 70, maybe 60. But yeah, she went over some stuff that she needed to see during the skills test. It was like hand washing. You need to know your hand washing. And if you're doing a skill and you mess up, just say, I mess up, and then start where you messed up, do it correctly, and then go about the day. She said she won't stop. She'll only stop you for hand washing after she cleared you for the first time. If your hand washing is not done properly, she will make you do it over and over and again. She was so strict, y'all. And the way she was, I'm making it so nice. Like, she was strict when she was talking though. So then this girl at 9:11 came in, and she turned around, y'all, and we all looked that way, and you could tell the girl was like scared. So she's like, you're late, can somebody tell me the time? Everybody's like 9:11, and she's like, yeah, you're really late. She was like, oh, I was stuck in traffic, da da da. She's like, I woke up at 4 in the morning to make sure that I was here. Where were you? I was like, damn. You know when something's not you, but you just, holy shit, I was shaking in my boots. So anyways, we get prepared for the test room. She calls us one by one. While after she sets up the computer, it took another 20 minutes. So we got really started at 9:40. She sets up the computers, and one by one she calls us by who arrived first. So I was the second to arrive. I was the second in the room. So then she told us, don't touch anything until I said so. So then we put in our, I think it was like a password or some shit. I can't remember, our name. I can't remember. And then she said, okay, you can go. You can go. You can go. So I stopped. As soon as she said go, I said, I was not playing around. I was not playing around. So anyways, I got the first question, skipped it. She also told us, if you ever like, the first question, like any question you get and you like, oh my god, I don't really know it, or like you're not 100%, put a thing that says come back to this question, or like review this question. It's gonna be like a little checkbox, and then you come back to it. Smart. Like I used to do it when I used to take my TCAP test from Tennessee when I was like in high school and middle school. But yes, you should definitely do that if it gives you the option to. So basically I went each questions, and I had 14 questions. I did the math in my head, and I was like, out of the 60 questions, to get the 7, I think it was like a 75 or 72 you needed to pass, I was aiming for 80. Okay, I was like, I need to pass. I only can miss 11 questions. So I'm like, okay, I have 14 questions that I'm not sure. All the other ones I was sure of. So then I go back to each question, and I decided the best answer out of them, because I feel like you can think better when you answered all the easy one and then you go back to the hard ones. Your brain is like, okay, I've answered the easy ones, and the easy ones sometimes have to do with the hard ones, and so it makes it a little bit easier for you. So So I would recommend you to do that. So once I finished the test within 30 minutes. It was like you had 90 minutes to finish the test. I finished it with 30 minutes. And the girl before me had finished. As soon as she was done, I was done. I was like, oh shit, this was a little too quick. Should I have marinated a little bit? And then after, this girl took the whole 90 minutes, which I don't blame her, girl. You paying all this money, you better pass this fucking test. So I think we all ended up passing. And then there was 2 girls that were went to an agency went to a school, and they passed the skills at the school. They just needed the writing, but they didn't send it to them, like to the Prometrics board, so that she told them they can leave. And then I'm getting nervous as fuck. So there were 4 of us left, and she was like, okay, you 2 are gonna be paired. So me and the other girl that came here first, and the other 2 girls were gonna be this paired second. So I'm thinking, oh my god, it's so awesome. You will make me second. No, I was the first one in the room. She said Lynn, the other girl was named Lynn, and then she said Rose. I was like, god damn, I felt my heart sink to my asshole. Okay. So she briefly explained to us, showed us the room, showed us what we could. She said we could do whatever we want. She's gonna be a little bit leisured today because she feels happy, but she usually feels grumpy, so don't ruin that for her. So me and the girl go in the room. The girl goes first, and she had gotten to do range of motions for the left hip. So she did left hip range of motions, then she did respiration, and then the last one I think she did left arm weakness to change clothes. So she did those 2. The last one she did with the mannequin, and then the hand washing she did while she was doing all of those skills. That's why I say hand washing is very important. You need to know it. It's a part of every freaking skill. So after I learned that I passed, I'm going to insert the clip of me passing for the writing exam. So it was my turn to go through the skills test. So what she did is she'll make you leave the room so that the patient can get in bed, and then she tells the patient what they need to do and how they need to act. So then she calls you in the room, and then you close the door behind you, and then she shows you a paper that says your name and then the 3 skills you're going to perform. Mine was brushing teeth or mouth oral care, respiration, and repositioning. Mind you, I do repositioning every single day that I go to work. Remember that. So then I got started, washed my hands. She was talking, she wasn't really paying attention, so I started counting. She didn't notice that I wasn't even washing my hands properly. So then I greeted before I even washed my hands, I greeted the patient, closed the checked their name, and tell them what I was gonna do. Ask for permission. Like I'm like, hey, my name is Rose. I'm gonna be your CNA today, Miss John. May I see your hand? Show her my hand, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna your nurse told me that I had to perform respiratory I didn't say vital signs for you. Can I may I perform your vital signs for you? They say yes, and then you say okay, just give me a few minutes. I'm gonna come back in, close the curtain. I wash my hands. I showed y'all before how you should wash your hands. Then I come back in, knock. Make sure you knock before you enter. Not introduce yourself. Put the bed in the proper position. And then after I did that, I started with brushing teeth. I was so flustered. I knew what to do, but I was so flustered, so I just started doing it. I felt so awkward brushing that girl's teeth. I felt like I saw her naked. I was brushing her teeth, and I was like, can you open your mouth, ma'am? She said, I said, love it. She's like, so like I said, the exit is very important, so I'm gonna show you guys what the exit should look like. But she started stressing me out so bad, y'all. Because the repositioning, I did everything else correct, but the repositioning, she wanted the pillow scrunched up. Instead of folding it this way, I fold it this way. You have to tilt this and tilt this on top of it, so the patient is laying like this. And then you have to make sure that there's a pillow on the shoulder, the knee. So she was stressing me out. She made me do it 4 times. I was stressed out, so I started freaking out. And she was like, I give you 4 chances. She started screaming at me. I give you 4 chances. You're making me angry again. Bringing me back to the angry old lady. I don't want to get this way. And again, I'm making this the nicest voice I could do it, because she was so mean, y'all. I really wanted to cry. A tear was about to shed. And I was about to crash the fuck out. Okay? Because the fuck I drove all the way down here, had no sleep. Not 1 hour of sleep. Drive down here to do a test, and you're stressing me out this bad. My nerves. What B. Simone said, my finances. just my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
I've
like that.
never been like that. Bitch, I'm trying to get my finances up, bitch. She was stressing me out so bad, y'all. This is the shorter version of what she said to me. So she was like, I'm done. I'm not making you do it over again. I'm like, oh, let me just try one more time. She's like, no, I'm done. I'm over this. I'm finished. I'm over here like, oh my God, I failed. I fucked up. She's so evil. You skinny bitches are evil. You need to be destroyed. Black Ronnie said.
You skinny bitches are evil and you need to be destroyed, goddammit.
She's so evil, y'all. Instead of telling me to calm down, she saw my face, stressed and depressed. She didn't say shit until afterwards. She was like, oh, don't worry. I'm like, okay, does that don't worry mean I didn't pass, I didn't come back? Or don't worry, like, don't worry, you passed. I was just fucking with you. So she took the blanket off the girl, checked it, and didn't say anything. Over here, like, I fucking failed. So I had helped the girl prior with my eyes to tell her to turn the curtain. She said we can help each other if we wanted to. And I wanted to help her. And she helped me. Because she was like, make sure the pillow is folded. She didn't whisper like that. She was just like showing me what I need to do. So y'all, I was so stressed out. After we were done with the test, I sat outside like this. So we got done with the writing test an hour early. So I had to wait an hour. I was on my phone texting my mom, texting my boyfriend, lollygagging instead of studying. So then when we started the skills test, we were the first to get done. So the other girls, we took less, like 45 minutes, because I had 33 minutes to do mine. She had 30. So it was supposed to be an hour for us. So we finished within 45 minutes. Because again, I was stressed. Anytime I'm stressed, I will skim through the bitch. I'm not going to be stressed for long. I'm only here for a short time, not a long time, baby. You're not going to stress me out for 33 minutes. That's off the table for me. You're going to stress me out? I'm going to speed through the bitch. The girl was, when we got out, she was like, damn, you sped through that quick. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody trying to stress over here, okay? As I'm stressing. Okay, so anyways, we waited for the girls to get done, and I'm over here like this. It took her an hour and 20 minutes to get done with the girls, and then after that, she's like an extra 30 minutes to go put in her grades, because we're like, oh, did we pass or not? She's like, I don't know. Like, just like that, cold. She was like, I have to put it in the computer. So me and the girl start waiting. 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, girl, are you gonna be done? I've been here since freaking 8 in the morning, or 8:30. Like, are we gonna be done? This is gonna be an 8-hour shift that I'm not getting paid for. And if I fail and I'm still here, I'm gonna be so mad. So after she put in the numbers, she handed me my paper. When I tell you, I was skimming through that paper to see if it says pass or fail. So when I failed, I literally sat down and relaxed in my chair, because I was so tense, y'all. When I got in my car, I felt like my spine was about to crack in half. So yeah, I passed the skills and the writing. And then she gave us a speech and said, congratulations, yada yada. I didn't care about that. I got my license badge. Fuck you and you. So one thing I would tell you is study those skills. Take those practice free tests online. Literally type in CNA's practice free tests and you'll get a bunch. Some of those questions were worded similar. So if you know how to answer those similar questions, I want to give you an example. For example, it would be like, okay, which one's more urgent? A patient who is having headaches? A patient who has hypertension? A patient who needs their water? Or a patient that needs their vital signs? Which one would you go to first? Hypertension. Okay, so you just have to kind of use your common sense and also pick the safest. What's the safest thing to do in that situation? They ask a lot about fire questions. How would you save the patients? All those questions. So study those. The word banks really help. And the type of questions they're going to ask, it helps you decipher those type of things. And another thing I'll tell you is study those skills and don't let the examiners be don't let them ruin your confidence, in the sense of like, don't let them get you nervous. Don't let them, like, how they're reacting towards you doing the skill make you do what I did and skim through that bitch. I was running. Focus on safety and hygiene. Wash your hands. If you have to watch a video of washing your hands 20 times by 20 different people, do it. YouTube has literally everything. Just type in CNA hand washing skill, CNA skills. You will find it. Okay? Especially that Florida school lady. She's cheap. And also the other girl was a nursing student. So nursing assistant.